Get in there, girlfriend. Ready? I'm in it. All right. Well, thanks for joining the Twin Cast. It's the podcast where business and faith are our foundation, and a good laugh is always on the house. We're identical twin sisters navigating the real estate world as a mortgage lender and as a real estate agent. And I'm your favorite realtor helping you find the perfect place to call home. And I'm Cherie, your go-to loan officer. The podcast starts now. All right, let's get into it. What are you have paperwork here. It looks serious. I have a little bit of, well, I wanted to be very precise when I talk about this because I think it's important to know exactly what's happening. So I want to talk about the Ten Commandments. I know several. I hope you know 10. But I mean, I can commit to 10, okay, but for sure 5. Okay, half. Okay. I need you to lock in. But this is the reason why I'm talking about the Ten Commandments, because in September, there was a law that went into place that said that we should have the Ten Commandments. Not should, but we are required now by law to have those Ten Commandments displayed in every classroom. So from elementary to 12th grade, they're supposed to be in every classroom in the state of Texas. Mm. I visited a classroom just recently. You didn't see them? I did not see them. And Ava Grace needs to know. I mean, she gets church on a regular basis, but her friends need to know as well, in our opinion. Right. And since it's our twin cast, then yes, our opinion matters. So this is what I know is that it was. Let me tell you the numbers here. So it was voted 82 to 46. That was the vote. So it was pretty clear, the winner here. And regardless of who the winner is, it's a law now. So I talked to Belton ISD, Temple ISD to kind of find out what's going on because I did speak with several teachers and they actually seemed confused that they had not heard anything about this requirement or this law, and they had no idea that the law was passed in September. Well, it was supposed to take effect in September. The law was actually passed in May. So, but it now we need to start getting those Ten Commandments into our schools, and we don't have time to lollygag anymore. I mean, the law is in place. Let's roll. I agree. Now, is that with the Ten Commandments, is that because I understand it's something that they could be donated? Yeah, you can either, and they have the school has the option of either using taxpayers' money or they could have them donated, which I'm excited about. I really wanted to participate and have our church participate, go out and hand the teachers those those posters because I mean they're going to be pretty large in size. 16 by 20 is the requirement. So and they must be visible to you can't hide it, or it can't be in somewhere where a student the back of a door can't be on the back of a door. We just got to make it plain in plain sight. So now you talked to a few different people in regards to it, right? Yes. Both Temple and Belton. Yes. You've talked to counselors. Have you got to the principal yet? No, I have heard from an assistant principal through a counselor. So, uh, I'm Temple High alumni. You are. We are. Thank you. Okay, so representing Temple High here, and I am excited to say that Temple has started placing the Ten Commandments in the elementary schools. They are waiting to put them in 6 through 12 is my understanding, according to, I think it was the superintendent's assistant that I spoke with. And so I am waiting for a call back to find out what date we will be getting those out. If there's any other, what are we missing to facilitate getting the commandments out in display. So that's what Temple is doing right now. Actually, one other piece of information, they had said that they didn't want it to be a distraction. They were waiting for. Now we got tons of distractions. Yes, we do. We have a lot of distraction. And, that I don't understand because there's been days off, there's been weekends, there's been after 5 o'clock. I mean, it doesn't take long to, now I know some teachers, I have several of my past clients and clients' friends and so on and so forth. I know they stay after school. Yeah. Or they come early. Right. Right. I mean, so I don't understand that, but I am waiting for clarification because, maybe I'm missing a piece of the puzzle here, but I think that we needed,
Well,
they've been out.
As
Mhm.
Christians, as our walk in Christ, I mean, it's our obligation, it's our duty, and why not? I think it's something like you said, the law has been passed. It's not, we're not breaking laws, we're actually encouraging and enforcing it. And why not do it?
Yeah, I mean, I think they've been out long enough. They've been out of our classrooms for long enough, and it's time to get them back in. It's go time, you know?
So let's link arms.
Yeah,
Let's join together. Let's
yeah,
get on the same team and talk to the people we need to talk to.
yep,
Is
yep.
there anything that we can do as far as
I think we need to start asking questions. I think as parents of Christians, of God followers, we need to start asking, when are they not, kind of just sitting in the shadow here? We need to ask, why are they not in our classroom? And I don't want to be confrontational.
no?
I think, it is a sensitive subject.
Hmm.
And so I'm happy to, um, discuss it, but at this point, we have to comply with the law. I mean, we want every, everyone, every citizen to comply with the law, not just this one, but
Hmm.
all laws. And so if we're in a leadership position, we should be demonstrating that, right? To our students, to our faculty, to everyone involved. We should obey the laws of the land. That's what the Bible says.
So true.
So I think we need to stand up, we need to ask, we need to find out what we can do to facilitate that. I will be asking more questions. I've talked to Belton ISD. I think it's the communications department, which she had said that someone
She's the mole.
would.
She's the mole right now. She went in to go see Ava Grace
Yes.
at school the other day,
Yeah.
brought her an ice cream, and I
Mhm.
think that was her way in to get more answers on this subject.
I did go take sweet Ava Grace, my sweet little angel. I took her an ice cream, and the way to her heart is, ice cream.
It's the way to my heart is food.
Yeah. And you know what? And I think that just all of us in this family, you usually can get us with food. But so Ava was no different. I brought her ice cream. She was super, excited about it. I actually, I work out with her
Her teacher.
teacher. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so he's actually one of the coaches at the gym that I go to. And so we saw each other, and, it was fun seeing him. But in addition to that, I was like, you know what? Let me go in here and see what's going on, And so I talked to a secretary, and she was confused about what I was referring to. Someone overheard the conversation, and she says, "Oh, well, you need to talk to administration about that." So, no problem.
It ain't
Let's
no problem.
Ain't no problem. We're going to talk to
Well, and
administration.
we do get more with what's the phrase? You get more with sugar than you do vinegar or something.
Yes.
So,
Hmm.
and Bible also says, love covers a multitude of sin. So I think anything that we can do with kindness and integrity, soft spoken, but still ask important questions that we need to know the answers to.
Yeah.
Um, and I will say that this particular subject is not something that I've heard a lot of. And being active in I guess uh, because Ava goes to a public school and Abby goes to a private school, totally different fields. They're very when I sent Abby to public school, it's almost there's not a lot of questions asked. They go to school, but here and now that she's in private school, it's a she's
Very
almost
more involved, right?
so involved.
Yeah, which
Um,
is good.
but it's
And
opened my eyes in regards to what I could have been doing for Abby when she was going to public school. So now, for Ava, you know better, you do better, right?
right.
So I am definitely trying to be more involved, and so these are things that we can do as parents: is just open up our eyes and take initiative. We're presenting the information, and we can apply it now.
Yes, we can take, I mean, gosh, the Ten Commandments, if we all lived by them, what a life we would live, what
I
a
mean, it's
different
only
world.
10.
It's only 10, very important.
Yeah,
Thou shalt not kill. Thou,
lie,
thou shalt honor thy mother and father. I mean, these things that, regardless if you are a Christian or, whatever um,
walk of life,
you choose, those are important, right? I mean, we don't want,
morally, you know.
yes, we don't want people, this isn't the wild, wild west. We don't want people walking around killing each other when you get mad at them, and same thing, we want our students to honor their father and mother, because if they do that, they will come to the classroom and honor. thy father and thy mother. They'll honor at home and they'll come to school and do the same thing.
With
So,
their teachers and
yeah,
people over them.
it
Yeah.
starts at home. I mean, I'm not, look it up, research it. I want people to not just take my word for it, but do your own,
Fact check. You want us
fact
to
check,
fact check?
common sense too. I mean, these are important things. I mean,
Did you say common sense?
yeah,
This is common
because
sense.
I mean, some of them, I mean, are I feel like almost
I
common sense. My goodness, but I want our I want I want this to be a big deal to most to people because I think that, like I said, these commandments have been out of our classrooms for such a long time that we need to get them back in there and we need to start talking about them. I actually read an email from someone that was forwarded to me. So I got a little bit of an insight to what
being the
people,
mole.
you know,
Informant.
it's not what you know, it's who you know. But I did, I read the email and the tone of it was kind of, you know, we have a curriculum that you've been given as a teacher, and we follow the curriculum. The Ten Commandments is not a part of the curriculum, so stay on course. So it didn't seem as though we were going to be facilitating any involvement of looking, reading, talking about those Ten Commandments. But let me tell you, our God is awesome. And you put him in a place, you don't got to announce him. He'll be there. Ooh, you don't have to worry about it. He'll find a way. And I'll tell you what, kids, they're noticers. There's a book called I think it's called The Noticer by Andy Andrews. And
I
anyways,
thought Jesse Walters wrote it.
seriously, all men, I feel like, but some are a little bit more nosier or noticers or what have you. But I'll tell you, kids, they notice things. They notice every little detail, and I that you put those Ten Commandments in that room, God's gonna show up. And they're going to start asking questions. And that's my hope and my prayer is that when you put that, you can put it in the classroom. That's all I'm asking you to do. It isn't a part of the curriculum. I'm okay with that. But you know what? Some kid is going to say, "Hey, that poster looks a little different. What's this about?" That's my opportunity. That's the opportunity for a teacher to say, and you
I mean,
listen.
the information there, though, is very, like you said, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not kill. Those are
Mhm.
things that, of course, we need to implement in the world. They need to be there. So it's good stuff. I mean, we're not saying terrible. This is good stuff that we should be living by,
Yeah.
just in general, whether it came from the Bible or not. Thank God it did come from the Bible, but
Mhm.
whether it did or not, it's still good stuff.
The world would be a better place if our children, if our adults practiced the Ten Commandments, if we lived by these things that we are required to. But
Biblically, yes.
yes, so if we lived by these, what a different world we live in. I mean, it would prevent chaos, destruction. I mean, it's just it would be a good thing. And so I'm only asking for a good thing to be put back into our schools. And so I'm going to be making more phone calls and I'm going to be asking the questions. And I just ask, and with every ounce of my being, I know that there's a reason this was brought to my attention, and I've been given a mission, and I'm ready to go out there and get it figured out and get these Ten Commandments in every classroom in the state of Texas. There are 11 ISDs that are actually in a lawsuit right now that cannot.
But that is not
No.
Temple, Belton. Is
Yeah,
it,
it's not. And you know what kind of irritated me slightly is that when we did ask a certain someone
who
about
was it? No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
no, we can't be naming names, but we did ask somebody about in the school system about this law and if they were aware, and they completely were oblivious. And then they went and asked their assistant principal, and the comeback was, "Well, there's a lawsuit, so we can't." That's not true. And so,
Well, that you would stop most people.
yeah, that would stop most people, but not me because I knew that.
Being that you are a woman, and we're investigators, but
Yeah,
also in your job, that kind of it also being a loan officer, you do a little digging.
we do a little bit of digging. It sometimes feels like,
a private investigator, an FBI agent, you name it, if it has an investigation in its, surrounding, that's what we were doing, what we do. But yeah, so I had an answer for that. And unfortunately, that's not the answer that we're in a lawsuit. We are not in a lawsuit. There are 11 ISDs that are in a lawsuit, but we as Belton ISD, I say we because I live in Temple, but my daughter attended Belton schools. So, but I graduated from Temple. So I say we because I'm kind of like, in between. I fight for both. I
Okay.
fight and I love both.
Okay.
So, and right now I'm fighting for my niece that's actually, she's in school
Sweet
right
Ava
now, my
Grace.
sweet little Ava Grace. She's in school and I want her to know those 10 commandments. I mean,
You
she
know what? I want her friends to know the Ten
Mhm,
Commandments. I
mhm.
was thinking about actually, when I went running the other day, on that 6 mile run,
Mm,
I had so many things to think about, which included the Bible study in regards to Hezekiah.
mhm.
And it's Isaiah. Uh,
Isaiah was his age at 99, as I
yeah,
called
his
him.
friend, right?
Hmm.
So as I was running, I was praying for Ava and Abby, and I was praying that they would be friends, like Isaiah,
Hmm.
or be a Hezekiah,
Hmm.
just that they would be examples, and they would find friends or be friends, to help each other and get further wherever they're doing, whatever they're doing, to
Yeah.
be a good influence. And so that was my prayer in regards to your Bible study. So it was a good Bible study. I
Mm,
hadn't
thank you.
heard a lot about Hezekiah, and I didn't know that, but everybody needs an Isaiah. So
Hmm.
we hope that, in regards to this bill
Yep.
that
Senate Bill number 10.
that has been passed, that we are able to have some Isaiahs, and that we can find those people to link arms with us and get these 10 commandments in our schools, so our kids can see these things,
Yeah, 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 exactly. So that's what we're going to do, guys. If you hear us talking about it, I hope you do. I hope you see more
Reach
about
out to
this.
us.
Yeah,
Reach
get
out to us. You can get with Cherie, you can get with me. We can talk about it. We'll probably get back on here at another date and give y'all more information about it. Anything that y'all need, let us know.
check our social feeds.
If you love today's episode, subscribe,
Yes,
share it with someone you know,
chasing their homeownership dreams. Um,
or
or
help us with the bill.
yeah, of course, help us with the bill. Okay, love, subscribe, like, and subscribe. Check our what's it called, Nicole? The
Show notes.
show notes for all our handles, our social handles. Okay, we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.